What's going on, Joe fans? Mr. 1013 here with another episode of the Sub Team series. This is episode 3. We've already looked at the Tiger Force and we looked at Night Force. Now we're on the Cobra side. We go for episode 3. We're going to check out the Python Patrol. And as I was doing my research, of course, we basically got a lot of the original 89 O-ring figures in classified version, and we're missing a few. We had some that came out in the 25th anniversary, like the modern era, and then we had some new additions in classified. So let's get right into it. The Python Patrol, the Cobra Python Patrol, is an elite unit of troopers that have been handpicked from various Cobra Viper units. They are especially trained and equipped for stealth and infiltration missions. They wear camouflage uniforms to mask their presence, which confuses G.I. Joe radar detection systems. The Python Patrol is a dangerous unit, but it will take more than their special uniforms and slithering nastiness to get the best of the G.I. Joe, a real American hero. And that was the package. That was the information that was on the package for the Python Patrol. And let's get into the slides, shall we? And the first person up is going to be Copperhead. So we got the Python Patrol Copperhead, and he was like one of the named figures, other than having like the Vipers, the Troopers, the officers, and things like that. He was like one of the named Python Patrol members. So he's almost kind of like the head of it, I would say. And as we look and we compare to like the classified version versus the original version here, I like the update. I'm glad he didn't get the yellow trunks. I'm glad they gave him the all black. I do wish though that they had the Python pattern, the crosshatch pattern going down to his pants as well. I kind of like that aesthetic a little bit better than just the green pants and the shirt up top. But they did add the Python Patrol logo here, and they added the red piping going across the top, a little bit more detail on the mask. But a pretty great update. And to add him into the only, like I said, the only thing I think that would be different, or what I said would like to be updated, was having the Python pattern going down the pants. And as you will see in the other slides and the other figures, there's different colors of pattern. It's all the same colors, but the different colors of which they use them, with the blacks, the greens, the grays, the yellows, and things like that. Overall, I think this is a nice balance of color on this figure. And if you want, of course, I got the file card up here if you want to definitely check that out. The original was released in 1989, and the classified figure was released in 2023. And let's get a closer look at the in-hand Copperhead. And here we have it. Again, a very solid figure in hand, just to get a better look at the figure here. He looks really good. Like I said, a very nice balance in colors. Turned out really great. Yellow hits in the inside that were different from the original figure, as we seen on the slide. He had in 2023, he had the pinless mode and everything. But again, a very solid figure, very nice. We got him in both versions of classified figure form. So we got the Python and the regular edition. Very nice touches here. Articulation was really good on this guy. Take a look at the back of him. Full reviews are up on the page. You got to dig through the crates to find it, but they are there. Very nice hits of red on the gloves as well. So again, a solid figure for the update for Copperhead. We're going to go to the next slide here. And we're going to move on to the Python Crimson Guard. Now, the Crimson Guard was a great addition. As we can tell, this was spot on, man. They did the thing with this one. They additionally added the Black Cobra logo here versus it being here, but everything else from the belt, the V, the details, the Crimson Guard logo here, the red ropes here. They added the red hit on the visor, which is a very nice touch there. Red collar this time around. We do have the red shoulder plates. Holster here does have some red on. It's all black over here. Boots look really good. Red stripes around the wrist. Yeah, man, this was a solid update. A perfect update, I should say, to the classified version from the original 89 version. And again, all Python Patrol figures came out in 89. This classified was released in 2023. Yeah, nothing bad to say about it. As far as color balance. Yellow stands out, but I think it pops just enough. on top of the gray. So again, another very nice balance. It's a little bit toned down, or they're almost kind of like the same yellow if you comparing it from here to here. Yeah, I do notice that it is black on the color art, on the cover art though. But no, this is a great version here, and we're going to take a look at the classified version just to get a in-hand look at them, get a rotation going, and here we have them. Again, really looking good. We have Crimson Guard in his original Crimson colorway. We'll also be getting a female version of the Crimson Guard in the next wave of G.I. Joe Classified. But just the silver hits, the silver lining around the chest plate and going down to the bottom here. The silver buttons really clean. The rope the rope here, knife red there. Very clean, very nice, very nicely done. Boots has some nice textures on them. Head sculpt, metallic paint. See, I wish this is the metallic paint we would have gotten on the Armored Cobra Commander instead of like that plastic. This would have been very nice on them as well. I don't know if it would have been more cost efficient, but hey, we're off subject. But then we got the nice Python Patrol logo here on the arm. See if we can focus on that a little bit. All red. So again, very nice update to the Python Patrol Crimson Guard figure. We're going to move on to the next. And up next, we have the Python Officer. This, now, if I had my way, this version of the Python, this colorway of the Python Patrol would be across the board. All black, kind of stealthy. The hits of the swamp green with the slight yellow, Python pattern going across. This was a great update to the figure, a great colorway versus having a really bright yellow. It just fit the aesthetics of the Python Patrol, in my opinion. Again, the Viper mode or the Trooper mode was very good overall. You know what I'm saying? They did a great job with updating that figure as well for classified version. And comparing the two, very nice update, a little bit more armored than just the shirt and the pants. We do have a little bit of armor on here. We got the embossed Cobra logo here, red mask there. I didn't have a picture with him with his helmet on, but we'll take a look at the in-hand version with the helmet on, with the gray helmet. That instead of going with the yellow holster, they went with the green holster, a touch of the yellow instead of the Python. Web gear is a little bit different. I'm loving this update to web gear instead of just having the straight up and down like suspender web gear. We got the knee pads. Again, this was a nice solid colorway for the Python Patrol officer. And we're going to take a look at him in hand so we can see the helmet as well. And here we have him. Focus in for you guys. There we go. So again, very nice update. I love this mode for the Vipers, man. If I was a army builder, they'd definitely be at least 3. Or let's go even now. At least 4. 2 on each side, you know what I'm saying? And whoever they're protecting, rock around Copperhead, that'd be dope. Gloves are really good on them as well. I like the texture on the pants. Mode is beautiful. Even the female Viper or officer figures, their modes are great as well. They did a good job on the True Builders. I'm loving the armband here with the red Cobra, and then we got the Python Patrol, not one solid color. It's in like a black and red, again with the black and red flipped logo. On the back, the web gear looks really good. That Python Patrol yellow pattern going across the top. Helmet looks really good. 2 shades of gray on there. Solid figure, man. And these do have pins in them. Pinned air. And this was released in 2023. So, but I mean, this version was, but I think the Trooper was one of the early Troopers in. They had the pins in them. But again, beautiful figure, man. Beautiful update for the Python Patrol officer. As we go back, we are going to go into the next figure, And we had the Python Trooper. Now the Python Trooper complements the officer. So this, I don't have a problem with this colorway as well. Maybe if the green was a little darker, as you can see, it's a little darker on the original um 89 release here. So if that green was a little bit darker than this, it'll be perfect. Like it fits right in again with the Python Patrol. I like this versus the yellow. The yellow does give it some pop, but more realistically, I really like this. I'm glad that they updated with some arm gear here with the Cobra logo on the hand. Right here is again just another T-shirt. It does have the web gear on here, the gray web gear, which did match. Gray boots, gray holster, very well done. Black hat, black mask, black helmet. Looks really good. You see the Cobra insignia here that they added. Again, have more of like that armor plated chest piece here. But again, another great update. The troopers, they do really well. And we're going to get an up close version here in hand. And just a super solid figure. Again, matching the other officer that we just took a look at. These look really good. I love when they match. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to actually, later on in the slides, we're going to look at some stuff too. That would have been another great addition to the Python Patrol Classified with those colorways as well. But just the original green, black, yellow hits of red, those look really good. Again, really love these gauntlets down here. Very nice. Pretty much the same mode as well, so we're not getting too much different, but I love the way this guy came out. Beautiful. We can take the helmet off as well. Fits on really good. There you have it. Oh, let's tuck it out. Yep, pins and everything in this guy too. Let's get on to the next one, shall we? So the next in the Python lineup, we have the Cobra Viper. I mean, he matches. You know what I'm saying? They again did another great job with the Vipers as well. I like the Viper modes that they came out with. See a couple little hits of different things, a couple little different updates. Again, released in '89. This version was released, the classified version was released in 2022, so a year prior before everything else. But we do have just a little slight differences. We still got the yellow pads up here. We got the yellow belt, but no other yellow pouches on the sides here. We see you got the yellow Viper padding on the side. None on this side because the vest is over it. Then we got the padding on the inside of the leg. We do have now a yellow hit on the helmet, which those look good. Did he come with his goggles though? Yep, he came with the red goggles as well. So he does come with the red goggles that we see here. We do have an additional like piece of it's on the vest. So it's like a metal piece under this, like a metal piece under the vest, which is here. It's kind of weird, but this part of the pouches and everything are coming up, covering up the metal piece of the Cobra insignia. But right here, you got more of a T-shirt with two pockets on it. We did add a gun holster here. Boots look really good. I see what they did here with the knees. I'm kind of trying to mimic this here. And the arm guns are different here. And his sleeves are rolled up. So he does not have roll sleeves on this version. He has long sleeves on here. And he has a tighter pattern as well. So let's take a look at him in hand. And here we have the Python Viper. Now, what I would love to see this Viper in the other colorway, I think he'd be super dope. In that almost if he paired with the officer, like with the all black, and then had the green, I think that'd be another dope hit. But we have some yellow, glossy yellow paint here. And this is the paint that if they don't layer it, it can either be, if they layer it too much, it's going to be real muddy. And if they don't layer it enough, the gray is going to come through, or the bottom color is going to come through. Like, so for instance, right here, I don't know if you guys can see it really well. See if I can get closer. It's like definitely some bad quality paint around this padding. It's better on this side. Then back here, you see a little, some little smudges and things like that. So it's not perfect. It's again with these yellows, these glossy yellows and reds. That's always like a problem. But again, as you can see, like the metal piece of the vest, and then the metal piece coming out here on the vest as well, covering up. Helmet looks really good. It's not a flat red on the visor as well. It's almost kind of like a metallic, has like some flakes in it. So that's always a nice touch. But besides that, again, it has the full sleeves, no short sleeves. I wonder how that would have looked, especially since we got Vipers or like the Televipers and things like that with the short sleeves. They could have did that. But again, another solid figure. I mean, it looks really good compared to the original. So I guess they did their job with a couple little updates. So going on to the next one, we have the Televiper. Speaking of, so this guy definitely has a look. You know what I'm saying? They did a comparing them both. Look really good. I mean, they gave him multiple head sculpts, and I think that's why his arms are like all black, which is kind of, it's not lazy, but I guess instead of giving us, different ethnicities and having to buy different figures for the ethnicities, I guess they just said let's make the arms black and we can swap out. So which is cool, because I mean if you do army build, but again, how many are you gonna buy and swap the heads out? You know what I mean? But here nor there. Update looks really good. Only thing that's probably missing, they got the Python pattern on the pants, like the pants here. I really like these boots, these updates of the boots right here. Again, black arms, yellow shirt looks really good. If we would have got the Python on top of the vest, it would have been perfect. You know what I mean? They would have got it square on, but helmet looks really good versus the classic. Yeah, very solid. That's the only thing. They just added the black paint for the hands and arms so you can swap out the heads here. Originally released in '89, Classified released in 2023. And let's take a in-hand look at them. And here we have it. So on the photo, as you can see, the arms are like a matte. They're like a matte finish, a matte black here. They look glossy because of the light, but they are matte. We got a nice red arm piece here with some gadgets and gadgets going across the top. The red looks really good on top of the gray. So it's not that glossy paint like we had on the yellow. And again, his visor has some almost kind of like the same paint as the Viper, has a little bit like a flake in it, so that looks really good. This is like yellow plastic. If that is paint, I'd be surprised, but this is like an actual yellow plastic, I believe. The gear on top of his head looks really good. We got the Python Patrol logo on his arm here. Let me focus again for you guys right there. Looking at the back, very nice pattern on the back. Again, the Python Patrol paint pattern just looks really good. Very nice, very clean. Again, those boots I like, they down there. And this was a pinless joint. Smaller figure, but looks really good. Again, he came with a couple different head sculpts, maybe two. And he also came with the Trouble Bubble. So this guy came with the figure in the classified version versus just being single carded. Let's move on to the next slide. And here we go. So this guy, the Bat, did not have an original '89 version. They had so many versions of the Bat. We had the Iron Grenadier Bat, the Snow Bat, the Crimson Bat, the Python Patrol Bat, the original Bat. We just got a plethora of bats in the classified line, and I'm surprised they slowed down so far. I'm pretty sure we might see another bat or two in the works. We got Overkill coming, but this was released in 2022. Again, same bat figure. Now he kind of steps away from the majority of the rest of the Python Patrol, but he does match the next um, classified figure in the slide. So he had the burgundy shirt on with the burgundy python pattern. This is one of the first times we see the burgundy. He's the only one I think had the burgundy python pattern in the line. Yellow hits, gray pants. So he still fits. And I think they want to do it because if they would have went with like all yellow, would have been too bright. Or even if they would have did the green might have been dope. If they did an all green bat with the pattern, maybe to match the Cobra Trooper shirt, that would have been a great look. But this is the first time we got a Python Patrol bat, big Python Patrol logo in the middle of his chest, for the Joes to fire at. But talk about branding. So let's take a closer look at him in hand, though. Oh, we are looking at him, man. My bad. So this is what I was looking at. So my apologies. So this was the slide. I forgot to swap it over. So this is the look at him. Again, take everything I just said, apply it to this slide, and we're gonna get the in-hand look at him. So here we go. So like I stated, it's very clean though. The pattern is very clean on the guy. The Python Patrol logo looks really good on him. If they did all black and then it would have blended the chest plate with the rest of the top of the shirt. We got a clean yellow logo here. We got that muddy yellow glossy paint used here, yellow plastic here, yellow plastic down here, pinless. Here's the back of them. How do you guys feel about the bat being added to the line? I think they just had the mold. They maybe they needed to fill out a certain amount of characters before they could do a wave or something. That's why they were adding. Of course, the chest piece came off, and under there, you just got a gray and red paint job under there. You can pop that back on. All black arms here. Again, if this guy would have been like a green, just to make him pop a little more, we might get a jungle bat. Didn't we get a jungle bat in one of the lines before? Let me know in the comments. But let's get back to the slide before we go to the next character. So yeah, the bat was released in 2022. You see the accessories he came with, and I pretty much gave you the synopsis on him. So let's get to the next character that he pretty much matches, and this is the first time she is in the classified line. I'm sorry, in the Python Patrol line, and this is Vipra. So Vipra, she came in the two. Like this mode was used for the 2-pack with the Blue Ninja, and she came with basically had like a navy blue color scheme. Pretty dope figure. They just packaged them together with the Blue Ninja, and this mode was also used originally for the movie, the Snake Eyes movie, and they just of course reused the mode, but looks pretty good. Not too much going on. She just had the Python Patrol color. She has that burgundy that matches the bat. She has the yellow Python pattern going on the sleeves here. Nice textured arm pieces. Overall solid. Is she needed if you're a collector and want to have a full sub teams? Of course, you know me, I'm a sub team guy, so we're gonna get them. You know what I'm saying? But she again come with the same accessories: bow, arrow, 2 swords, sheath, and the little mask. So let's get a closer look at her in hand. And here she is again. There we go. Solid figure. Hair sculpt is cool. They definitely had to reuse, use this mold since they made it for the movie. The movie line and classified didn't do too well. We might need to revisit them. You know what I'm saying? Revisit some of the older figures and see how they, are standing up against some of the newer figures here. But very nice details and useful color with the burgundy and black. Again, not too more stealthy. Didn't go too outrageous with the colors, anything like that. Added the Python Patrol logo in the green here. Very subtle. Not as big branding as the bat, but it's there. Then we get an armor piece here, and this is armor piece. I'm sorry, we got the Python on top of the armor piece. Yeah, another solid figure. Red on the back here, on the back of the gi, all black, nothing too complicated. Another, solid figure. So, with that being said, that is all the classified figures that had made it. And like I said, they pretty much got all of like the first one, two, three, four, five, six figures together with the troopers, Copperhead, the Crimson Guard, um, the officer, the Televiper. They got everybody together. So on the next slide, let's see what the convention brought. So the convention had a lot, and I was digging, man. The convention had a lot of figures, and it was spread across Mission to Brazil 2, which was released in 2011, and then the last convention was the Marauders versus the Python Patrol in 2018, and we also got the armor. So we recently got this armor. Now, will we see this in a Python Patrol version? Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. We could see it. Wouldn't be surprised since they got that mode as well. But we got a lot of good people here. So, and again, this is the modern era edition of the Python Patrol. As you can see, we got Televiper here. We got the Python Trooper. We got, that was a 3. So we got 2 of these. We are missing, the Soft Viper. So we got these in original colorways, right? And we also have Motor Viper. We haven't got a Motor Viper in classified yet. I would love to see him. I think that'd be another easy make there. Would he be added to Python Patrol? Possibly. We don't have a Heat Viper just yet. A Heat Viper would be though. It's just, again, there's so many Vipers that we don't have, as you can see in this lineup, that I'm surprised we haven't gotten yet. And again, we get new figures. We're getting completely new figures introduced in the classified. But do you think we need to get all the original Vipers and figures out first before we move on to newer figures? I think them being sprinkled in every once in a while is cool. But let's get some of these. I mean, I would love to see Heat Viper, Lamprey, or he definitely could be made. Laser Viper can definitely be made. The paratrooper officers 1 and 2, I could see those being put in there. Again, Saw Viper. We have a Saw Viper. I love this color of the Python Patrol though. The 2018 version of the Python Patrol, which is the all black with the red Python pattern, looks really good. I love this Major Blood. We do have Major Blood in the line. I don't think we'll go with this colorway though, just because it's not the original colorway as we've seen with the blacks, the greens, the yellows, and things like that. But I do really love this this color palette on these guys. Rock Viper, another Viper that be done. We can see the pieces used on him. We can definitely get him in the updated version. And of course, again, while I was looking up these figures, I didn't know it's like we have a guy named Lightning and Trigger. So it looks like these are the same or almost the same modes, but different paint schemes. I have to the file cards. I'm gonna look at the file cards for these guys, but let me know if you got any of these Trigger and Lightning, or if you know anything about them, where they just newly introduced characters for the line for the 2011 line, or have they always been in the lore? But again, there's a few figures that we need just in classified period before they even make it to the sub team. But these were all released again between 2011 and 2018 via the Joe Club, G.I. Joe Collectors Club. Moving to the next, we're looking at the vehicles now. And when we look at the vehicles, we like to, think, can these be made in classified form? This looks like a single figure vehicle. It's got a lot going on at the bottom here with a wheel and everything. I don't know how, what kind of mechanics this thing has. But since with it being like a single figure, it looks like it could be kind of big. It still can possibly be made in the classified line. Let me know what you guys think. We're gonna move on to the next one. Now the Stun. I remember seeing this video. This vehicle, and they wanted it in another color as well before the Python Patrol color. It was like just a Cobra Blue, right? If it wasn't, let me know. But I remember seeing this vehicle. This will be dope. It looked like it holds four figures, two drivers, a gunner, one driver, two gunners, and a back gunner. So three. Um, that will be a bigger scale figure. That could possibly be a maybe like the his tank pay to I'm about to say pay to win, but one of the his tank figures, not his tank. The you pre-order as many, they make as many as people pre-order is what I'm trying to say. So maybe that's can be like that kind of market, you know what I'm saying? Not even if it's not like a Python Patrol, but just um the vehicle itself. Let's move on to the next one. So with the Conquest, so the Conquest is another single piloted plane. I think it's too big for um just it had to be HasLab. You know what I mean? It had to be a HasLab. I don't think it'd be something that'd be mainline. Looks very dope though. I love the pattern on this thing. And again, I just remember just going into like Toys R Us and just seeing all this stuff. Just like the aisle was just filled with vehicles and Joes. Man, what a time to be alive! It was just amazing. And this was the 2011, the water moccasin. It doesn't have the Python Patrol pattern on it, but it has like the burgundy that they were going with. This looks really good. This is something that could be a HasLab. Look like it can hold one, two, maybe three characters on there. Let me know if you guys had this as well, or I got this version of the water moccasin. But again, this was a part of the Mission Brazil 2 set. Yeah, this would be dope though. I'm just looking at like the fan on the back, the guns, you know what I'm saying? Just all the detail on this. This would be a dope updated classified version. And again, so another vehicle that came with, we can definitely get this. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely get a Python Patrol vehicle or the Jeep, the Stinger, made available. And it could come with Motor Viper. You know what I'm saying? That can be, even if they don't make it the Stinger. Well, no, they should just make the Stinger, come out with Motor Viper, then make the original, retro card Motor Viper. I think that'll work, or that could work. But we can definitely get a Stinger in the line for sure. Okay, here we are. So we're going to look at the unreleased Night Force members that made it to classified. Again, we have the same versions or updated versions from like the 89 set to the 2000. We also have like 2003. So we can see where the Jocon pulled from 2003 to get these updated. You know what I mean? And in 2011, they pulled from the 89. So it always been, where can we get our references from? Which Python Patrol members are we going to pull from? So again, so we got all the 89 figures in classified form, which is dope. We will be missing Lightning, Motor Viper. We have Televiper. I should have put an X on them. We have a Televiper Officer, which is a different colorway as well. See, which would you rather would have had, the yellow and gray or the black and green? I would say the black and green. Black and green looks really good. Again, then we have Trigger here. So we're missing them. And then we have a Croc Master. And I believe this was in the, what was it? Was it the Pursuit of Cobra? I think this Croc Master was the Pursuit of Cobra. I could definitely see Croc Master being part of the Python Patrol. Croc Master and Copperhead just seemed like they'd be perfect Python Patrol members. But we did get them again in this burgundy version with the gray Python Patrol pattern on them. So we can get a Croc Master and Python Patrol form. I'm pretty sure we might get a few more. The characters are rolling in right now, and I'm definitely looking to see what reveals we're gonna get this year for the remainder of the year. And just looking for some surprises as well. But we're missing Lamprey, Laser Viper, Heat Viper, Rock Viper. We have Saw Viper already, but not in the Python Patrol version. So let me know who you guys will be excited to see that make it from the Python Patrol who we haven't seen already. or the figure that just needs to make it in the classified line. And here we just have some international figures. Gatilo, Python, Eralapago. I'm hoping I'm saying those right. But that's pretty much it, guys, for episode 3 of the G.I. Joe Sub Team series. I appreciate you guys for checking out the previous episodes. Again, we already tackled Night Force and Tiger Force. The playlist is on the channel. I appreciate you guys for like, sharing, and subscribing and checking out the series and everything. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, peace.